Assalamualaikum and good morning to Professor Arshad. We are from Group 5 and today, Basit and I will be the presenters for today's group. Our group have chosen nouns as our main topic. The name of our discussion is called Nouns as the Basic Building Blocks of Language. The main objective of this report is to study the level of understanding of the usage of nouns among Form 1 students. So first, we will be discussing about the examples and problems that are commonly mistaken by students. Students will mostly get confused with countable and uncountable nouns. In English, nouns can have several meanings. For example, the word variety can mean change and all kinds, but the word change is considered as an uncountable noun, and all kinds is considered as a countable noun. Another problem that students face is fixed collocation of nouns with prepositions. For instance, words like difference between, affection for, advance in, and so on are some problems that students face and have difficulties to memorize and understand. And last but not least, singular and plural morphing of nouns are something that students have problems with too. Some nouns can be morphed in different ways when it changes into plural form. Most students are used to the letter S when the word turns to plural. However, not all words ends with the letter S as there are many variations of plural form. So next, for the methodology, we use the English language of Malaysia school students AMAS corpus to identify common noun mistakes made by students. 100 samples were selected among Form 1 students' essays, and we have identified common noun errors from these samples. After identifying the common noun errors, we use a concordancer to clearly see any similar errors from our selected 100 samples. The concordancer that we use in our methodology is called NCOG. Basically, what we did is that we downloaded 100 samples of Form 1 students' essays from AMAS. Then we used a concordancer called NCOG to identify the common nouns made by the students. After that, we rank the highest noun mistakes to the least noun mistakes made by the students. Next, I will pass the presentation to Basit.
Thank you to Umaira. I will continue the presentation based on the results and finding. So basically, we rank it to 1, 2, and 3. Basically, there are 3 mistakes that Form 1 students did. The first one in our ranking is countable nouns. As example, sunflower, 2 flower. The students should write some flowers, 2 girls, or 1 of the girls. The second one in our ranking is misused nouns for verb. As example, the student said screamed, then they're supposed to say scream. The third one is the misused verbs for noun. Example, breath and breath. Okay, next slide. So based on our discussion, there are 3 most frequent mistakes that have been made by Form 1 students, which is the countable noun, misused nouns for verbs, and misused verbs for noun. So based on our discussion, we would propose to the teachers to use these two ways to overcome the problem nouns among students. The first one is teachers could emphasize to their students that countable noun can come in a plural form. This is very important in order for the student to differentiate between countable nouns and uncountable nouns. As example, countable nouns, we doesn't say in English, I like rices. It is so wrong, and if students understand this very well, so they could differentiate between countable nouns and uncountable nouns. Next is teachers could use an approach called double duty words. Basically, teachers will compile a lot of words to the student, and then as example, the word milk, and then the teachers will ask to the students to make the word in a one in a verb form, and then the second one is on the noun form. As example, for the verb, a farmer is milking a cow, and then for the noun is a boy is drinking chocolate milk. So basically, through repetition, student will understand and being able to differentiate between what is a noun and what is a verb. So lastly, through our finding and discussion, we hope that this will help the Form 1 students to excel in mastering nouns, and most importantly, to cultivate their passion in learning English. I think that's all by our group. Thank you.